Hey friends, what's up? It's your friend JC. How we doing? So today we're going to be making some creamy chicken vegetable stew. Now that it's getting cold outside, and I have 2 pounds, 2 to 2.5 pounds of chicken thighs in here. Okay, so we have about 2.5 pounds of chicken. I have thighs. I'm using thighs today. It was 8 thighs that I have in here. I have a half of a onion and 3 garlic teeth of garlic. I have it on high. I'm going to start it off on high, and then I'm going to add in the seasonings, which is going to be our seasonings right here. And in there we have a half a teaspoon of thyme, a half a teaspoon of rosemary, a half a teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes, a half a teaspoon of oregano, 1.5 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, half of a teaspoon of pepper, about a half a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt, and I believe that's it. If I missed something, I'll have it in the right in the description, and also at the beginning of the video. So yeah, so that's what we have in here for now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in about half of it right now, and then we're going to go from there. Just to start this off with some flavor, and then we'll add some more as we're going on that. As we start building up the layers. We'll build up the layers as we're doing it like that. Okay. Okay, so I put half of it in there. Well, a little more than half of it. And so what I'm going to do is as soon as it starts to boil, I'm going to put in some of our veggies. Especially, because we're going to be putting in potatoes. I'm going to be using Yukon Gold potatoes. I have baby carrots that I cut in half. Yukon Golds I chopped finely. I chopped roughly, not finely. And then I also am going to be putting green squash or zucchini, whatever you want to call it. People call both of them. And then we're going to be putting in fresh green beans. Which is going to be squash, green beans, carrots, Yukon Gold potatoes, and a couple other things. A couple others. I haven't decided yet what else I want to add to it. I may add some more and I may not. So far that's what we're putting in. I already have it all cut up and everything's ready to go. But we're going to be putting in some of the veggies as soon as it starts to boil, so that way it'll boil up with the chicken, and it'll start softening. Because this is going to be a creamy. You can do it creamy or you can do it regular. I'm going to do it creamy today. But normally I usually just do it regularly. But we're going to do creamy, so I'm going to do it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a lid, and I'll put the lid on it, and let it come up to a boil, and I'll be back. And then we're going to go ahead and get to our next step. Okay? Okay, so we're boiling, guys. So right here I have the Yukon Golds. I have green beans, and I have the baby carrots. I'm going to put some in here. And what I did was I took out some. Well, I got this because I wanted to use. I'm going to use as well. I'm going to use. I'm having to use 2 pots anyways, or 2 pans or whatever. So I have this right here with some chicken, and then I'm going to put the rest of this inside of the pot that I originally started with, so I can go ahead and finish off the potatoes until later here and here. And right here, just broth only from the chicken. And if I need to make some more, I will add some more water and everything to do it. But I should be okay. Like I said, I'm gonna need two pans anyways, because when I do when I'm gonna drain out the juice and everything, because I'm gonna have to make the roux and everything to do the creaminess of the chicken soup. So I'm gonna have to do that. So I was gonna need 2 pans anyway. So after I'm done with this, it'll be better with this one. But I left the bones because I wanted to have the bones to help give flavor, the bones and the skin, even though they're gonna come off. I'm gonna shred the chicken down, so it's gonna leave a lot more room. And I didn't want to pull out my big old pan just to do this. It would take that much longer. Because on typically, if we're doing this correctly, it should only take us about half an hour. Normally, about half an hour to 45 minutes to make this. Sometimes longer. Um, once it starts to boil and everything. So, I mean, that's all, you know, you're looking at about 45 to 55 minutes to do it when you're doing it. Which is not bad at all. If you did it without, if we did it without the bones, it would take, it would be even faster. But I wanted the bones in here to help give it flavor. You know, the more flavor, the better. So that's this right here. So I'm gonna cover it back up in a minute. When I get off with you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have it come to a boil for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then we'll be back, and then I'm gonna separate everything up. Okay. And we have this right here. They're both on high right now. Yeah, they're both on high. And this one has the most of the green beans. So far, here we go. We have Yukon Gold potatoes, baby carrots, and fresh green beans. So I had about 2 pounds of the Yukon Golds, 1 pound of the carrots, and I cut them in half. And then about it's between half a pound and a quarter pound of the green beans is what I have in here. Okay. And so I will see you guys in a few, my friends. Get this going back to rolling again. All right, friends, welcome back. It's been time. It's been almost 20 minutes. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn off this pan, and I'm gonna take out the chicken and put it onto a rack. I'll show you guys after I do it, because I can't hold my device and take it out at the same time because I have the stove on both sides being used. Right here, I'm gonna transfer the veggies from this one to this one and turn them down. And then we're gonna add some more into it after. That way they can finish cooking while the chicken's getting ready to get deboned. Okay, so give me a couple of minutes and I'll be right back. And I'll see you in a few. Okay, friends, so I have this empty now, and I had the pan on for a minute after I got all this fluid and everything now, so that way it would dry up so we can put butter and stuff in it next. But here we have the veggies are still cooking, and right now I'm gonna add in, I have celery, and I have squash, the green squash that I peeled. The only thing I didn't peel was the Yukon Golds. I left them to peel on those only. Everything else is peeled. Okay, and so now then, because these don't take that, this is not going to take that long. So this is going to be the last 5 to 10 minutes of this cooking, because I'm going to turn it off, and that way it'll still keep cooking after. Because we're going to need to just put everything together. After it's all together, we'll have it simmer to thicken up real fast, and then that's done. Right now it's on medium heat. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and leave those alone. And I'll see you guys at the chicken deboning station. Okay, so here we are, guys. These are going to be hot still, because I took them off about 3 minutes ago. But what we're going to do is we're going to take off the skin. Okay. I know I showed you guys the last time how to do this really easy, but they're very hot still. Okay. So it's really easy. Just take off the skin real quick, and then right now because it's hot, I'm not gonna pop them. I'll usually pop them from the bottom or the top to the bottom. They're too hot. They burn just a little bit. That one's really hot. Probably got that on the bottom. Okay, that was tiny and probably think it was totally faster. Yay. No burn is good when you're cooking. It's the onion. Skin off. Ooh, this one's hot and this one's tiny too. Hey, this one's still hot. This was smoking hot. Hi, sorry about that. That's neighbor's dogs. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so now we're just down to the chicken. So what you can do, you can, well, there goes, the puppy just got himself a little treat. You can either cut it up or just break it up with your fingers real fast. That's fat. I usually always use my fingers. It just makes, I think it makes everything easier, life easier. And in here somewhere I have garlic, the garlic cloves there. They're not with the chicken, I didn't get them out this time, so they're inside with the soup still. So we gotta be careful. If we don't get them out beforehand, just let whoever know, just let everybody know that there's I put 3 garlics in there, so there's gonna be 3 cloves of garlic, or 3 teeth of garlic, whatever you wanna call it. People call it cloves, some people call it teeth. I've known it as both. I usually just say whatever when it's coming out of my mouth. Thyme. And then so this will be this is just a fast fine well, not fast fine one, but just a fast shredding I'm doing right now. We always cut something down a little bit, but once we get the roux done and we throw this in there and we start mixing it up, it's gonna more than likely it's gonna break down a little more with the whisk and everything else. If you want more chicken, you always put more chicken. I've been craving this vegetable, so I put more vegetables than chicken today. But you can do it the way you like. You want more chicken, add more chicken. You want less vegetables, add less vegetables. You want more vegetables, add more vegetables. And I feel no little bones. I got all the little chunky bones. You know how the thighs have those little cartilage bones at the end of them? Well, I got those all out, so we're good. Wash my hands real quick. Okay, so I will see you guys over at the stove in a couple minutes. I start getting ready to do the roux and everything. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, so in the pan I have 4 tablespoons of butter. And with the rest of our seasoning, I had threw it inside of the pot that had the veggies only. And then right here I have half of a yellow onion, and I'm putting in a bunch of the green onions, or scallions, whatever you want to call them. I'm just gonna cook these up a little bit and get them to get translucent. Be about, anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. I have it on high, so it should be faster. So we'll give them a minute to brown up a little bit, just a little bit, and get translucent. And then we're gonna add in 6 tablespoons of flour. Okay, it's time for the flour now. We're gonna put it all in at once. I just turned off the veggies. They're done and ready. Make sure we get the flour incorporated throughout the whole pot. Just on high. We wanna brown it. Basically, they call it browning, but I really don't ever see. Well, I've never really like browned flour. They call it browning or whatever. But what we're doing, we're just trying to take out the floury taste. Or the raw taste, the raw flour taste, whatever you want to call it. Well, I guess when you look at it closer, when you're with the screen right here and you're looking through a camera lens, it does look like it kind of gets brown. I never really paid attention to that before. So we're getting rid of the rawness of it, the raw taste of it, with the help of our onions. So I'm gonna do real fast while this is sitting here off. I'm gonna throw in the tops of the green onions. Okay, and I'm gonna add in 1.5 cups of milk. I'm gonna start stirring it up. We don't want it so we can get rid of the clumps and everything. So that was 1.5 cups of milk to our 6 tablespoons of flour. You might need more salt and pepper after the flour thing. Sometimes I put some salt and pepper with the flour when I do it. Sometimes I wait until after it's over with to see how it comes out. You know, sometimes the chicken bouillon is a little more saltier than other times. Turns down just a little bit to medium. We don't want it to burn. And it looks smooth. Now with the ladle, we'll ladle in some of this juice. Get some veggies, okay? I don't want it to burn or clump. But I don't want to put everything in at once. I don't like to do that because sometimes, I end up with big old clumps and it's hard to take it out once you have everything else incorporated. It's really hard to get it out. But it looks like it's coming out pretty good. It looks silky smooth, guys. I see no clumps on no big clumps or that on our whisk, so we're good on that part. And we're looking great, Okay, so I'm going to incorporate the veggies and the rest of this broth. And then I'm going to add the chicken, so I'll be back in 1 minute. Alright guys, we are back and we're done. So after I had added everything together, I let it simmer on medium-low for like 10 minutes. So it'll all incorporate and just come out creamy. Added in the broth and all stuff like that. And then I added in an extra like cup of water because it got a little too thick still. So if you guys need to just add a cup or two of water, just depends on how thick it is. I did about a cup to thin it out, and so it came out perfectly now. So see, we have the creaminess, not very thick and not thin, so it came out perfect. Oops, I just dropped some on the counter, and the counter's hungry. So now we're gonna go ahead and try it. And cheers, my friends. Bon appetit. And like I said earlier, it may need a little salt and pepper, and for me, it does need a little salt and pepper because I like to be able to take like when I do it after it's all done, I like to put some on top, barely stir it in because I like the crystals of the salt when it's like there, it's on top, fresh or whatever. That's how I like it. But it just needs a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You can add it all in together, or you can have everybody do it themselves. Like at my home, like I said, I watch the salt intake on everybody, so it's perfect for everybody mostly, but not the way I like it. But other than that, it is done. It is perfect. Came out very good, and it's good for one of those cold days outside that we're starting to get, chilly days or whatever. And then if you're working or you want it for lunch or anything else, you can have it for lunch the next day because we have enough for lunch and everything for tomorrow. Or you can always have it for dinner as a leftover. I can't wait to dig in. But, so until next time, my friends, this is your friend JC. I'm going to be signing off now. And remember, this is the creamy chicken vegetable soup. And if you want it to be not creamy, all you got to do is don't add the flour or the milk. And this is a good recipe because you don't have to worry about using cream. You can just use regular milk, any kind of milk you want. Whatever is great. Whatever the kind of milk you use at your home. If it's almond, low fat, whole fat, soy, whatever it is. You can use whatever kind of milk you have at home that you use all the time for cooking or for eating or drinking. It works perfect for it. And so, like I said, until next time, remember there's nothing we can't do in the kitchen. And it's okay to play with our food. Well, God knows I love to play with my food. So until next time, my friends, I will see you in the next video. Hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comment section if you liked it, if you tried it. how y'all doing. If you have any suggestions or if you have any requests, let me know and I'll get to them as soon as I get to them. As soon as I see them, I'll start working on them. I'll let you guys know. And until then, like, subscribe, hit the bell, the notification bell, share on social media if you like. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.